right. Uzi and Carti. The question everybody's been asking ever since Lil Uzi became active on Twitter once again. Well, this has happened, pretty much every single day since he got the pink diamond implanted in his forehead. But something very significant happened in which he actually talked about Playboi Carti, his arch nemesis or best friend or, bisexual lover. We don't really know what they're doing, but Uzi talked about Carti, which we've all been asking for the longest time, saying that they're cool, but we actually don't know if he's all that serious considering the other people that he talked about on Twitter as well, by which he was answering fans in his replies per usual, saying that he was cool with Kodak versus the kid. We'll get into that very soon. So just to begin, basically people were asking him if he was cool with Lil Yachty because, back in the day, I think it was like a few months ago, Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi were kind of trolling each other back and forth. It wasn't too serious, although at first it seemed serious because they were in a love triangle since, Lil Yachty piped out JT back in the day, not to mention that they're both signed to QC and Lil Yachty actually wrote some of, or at least one of these City Girls songs. But the fact of the matter is, Lil Uzi and Lil Yachty are cool now, I guess, but they're still Eskimo bros. JT looking too nice with that newest picture on IG or Twitter. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't feeling her before, but now I do want to squish them marshmallows, if you feel me. But anyway, to get into the tweets after talking about Lil Yachty, and I know I can't really show too much proof because Lil Uzi Vert, as always, deleted all of the tweets, but your boy got it covered because I screenshotted pretty much instantly the Playboi Carti tweet and the Rich the Kid tweet. But before that, and in addition to the Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi Vert, and JT love triangle, we got Kodak in the mix, in which there was a love square or rectangle, I guess, maybe a rhombus of some sorts, considering, I don't know. Lil Uzi is 5'4", but he could be packing, and Lil Yachty's, much taller, and Kodak, I don't even know what he doing. The spikes on his head make him like fucking 7'4", Yao Ming in that bitch, or is he 7'6"? Either way, I'm sure JT can handle all of them. But as I was saying, a fan asked about Kodak Black as well, if Uzi was cool with him, and he said, yeah, why wouldn't I? Because as we talked about yesterday or the day before, Kodak literally sang an ode to JT, trying to smash them goddamn cheeks, trying to make a s'more out of her marshmallows, but it looks like he held it under the fire too long because it burned so badly and he had to even take down the post. And as I said before, if JT was to agree to do that feature on Kodak Black's song where they were talking about how much they wanted to bang each other, if I were Uzi, I would have cut that bitch off easy, instantly. But I guess Uzi didn't care, or at least he didn't want to tell the public that he cared, because that would mean that, he's scared of Kodak. And Uzi gotta hold it down, especially when he's from Philly and he's about that life, or at least he's portraying he is. Or maybe he got something up his sleeve because he knows the aliens will come from Eternal Take and abduct Kodak Black and, do all sorts of things to that guy's booty hole. His name is gonna have to change from Kodak Black to Kodak Brown after they turn him into one of Cardi B and Offset's chocolate dipped strawberries that look like doo-doo. They look like he pulled a strawberry literally out his asshole. But now finally we're on to Carti, in which a fan, Cartier Ho, explicitly asked, what about Carti? And Lil Uzi Vert says yes, so it seems like him and Carti are cool, although he put a smiley face. What the hell does that mean? Is he being like facetious, aka sarcastic, for all the people who don't know the definition of that word? Or is he actually serious and just putting the smiley face to misdirect or kind of fake out everybody? But for now, let's just say Uzi and Carti are friends because, they recorded SRT together in 2020 after their whole alleged beef, that was actually confirmed real, so it wasn't alleged. Not to mention the fact that Iggy Azalea pretty much exposed the fact that Uzi and Carti were playing PS4, not PS5, even though she said PS5. It wasn't even out yet, while Baby Gilbert, aka Onyx, the infamous rock Pokemon owned by Brock, was being born, coming out her coochie. Maybe that's why Playboi Carti didn't attend that birth though, because he didn't want to see that coochie stretched more than his whatever he's packing. And as someone who's literally witnessed birth, I see why he did that. It ain't pretty. There's blood everywhere. There's like shit, literally poop. coming out, the chocolate dipped strawberries coming out like a frenzy. But here's where it gets a little more interesting, in that he also talks about Rich the Kid, and it also brought forth more conversation about Playboi Carti because of the history that Uzi and Rich the Kid have behind the scenes, or actually in the public, considering there were videos of Uzi like pummeling dude in a Starbucks because he stole his goddamn Hello Kitty Starbucks cup. But another fan asked, how about Rich the Kid laughing emoji? Because again, they had history, they beefed pretty recently actually, in which Rich the Kid dropped on the same day his album Boss Man of Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World 2, which was Eternal Atake Deluxe, and made him pretty much flop at 18K first week, whereas Uzi was selling like 80K on the second week of Eternal Atake. Then Rich the Kid was talking about how his album was so much better even though the sales were none crazy, and then Uzi just had to put him in his place, telling him he ain't even an OG, he's just old. Especially with what we talked about last week with Rich the Kid's EP selling 5K first week, although it was, you know, not bad. I listened to it, I'm not even gonna lie. But Uzi says the same thing as his answer with Playboi Carti on the tweet, saying yes, period, with a smiley face. Actually, I stand corrected, he did not put the period with Playboi Carti, so maybe the period in this tweet means like he was gushing blood, or like he was having his period, Uzi's a woman, or maybe the blood coming down from his pink diamond piercing was the period. Uzi's going through menopause, that's all I can say. But why this is so significant is that because Uzi and Rich the Kid have had beef in the past, you would think that he wouldn't say yes, that him and Rich the Kid are cool. So that means if he's being sarcastic here, he could have also been sarcastic or facetious when answering the question about Playboi Carti as well. Although I personally think Uzi and Carti are cool behind the scenes, they're kind of just dragging the beef to make sure the fans are still talking about them, trying to get them to collab, so when they finally do, and I'm not saying they'll do like a 1629, but if Carti is on Love is Rage 3, you know shit about to go down. Platinum first month, my god, whole lot of period on Rich the Kid's face. And that's about it for my side of this story, but let's see what the Bot Gang said in the replies on Twitter. By the way, if you want to be featured in a video, y'all know what to do. Put your opinions underneath each of my tweets, because usually I talk about all my tweets on videos, so let's check it out. Diggo Bruce says, Uzi said this last time, Uzi is just a troll, so I guess dude thinks that Uzi isn't actually serious about being cool with Carti, that they're actually beefing behind the scenes, or at least that they're not good friends. I personally disagree, but we'll see very soon, I guess, on Love is Rage 3 Forever Younger, when they finally collab or are seen in public. He put a period after Rich's, so hopefully he was capping about Rich. It seems like Sean999 wants Uzi and Rich the Kid to beef. I'm not gonna lie, I feel the same way. I would love nothing more during this quarantine of not being able to go outside to just go into a Starbucks in Philly. Shit, I would even fly there if I had to. And Uzi and Rich the Kid do a celebrity boxing match where Uzi just uses psychic and Rich the Kid faints like instantly. Nick says Uzi don't beef no more, which would coincide with what Uzi said earlier yesterday or the day before, explicitly stating, any rapper that know me knows I am out of my mind, but I'm harmless. So Nick could be right that Uzi just doesn't want any problems with anybody. You know, he may get aggressive here and there, but he's just trolling half the time, which I can attest to with all the people that I disagree with on the internet. Like, I don't really care that much. It's all for entertainment purposes, even for myself. Quack, shout out Quack, says, I don't know, the period on the Rich the Kid one seemed a little passive aggressive. I think people are reading into it too much. I was actually low-key joking about the period being in Rich the Kid's tweet before, in that when you're on your iPhone tweeting or writing a message, if you do too many spaces, it automatically puts a period because it thinks that you're ending the sentence. So I don't think Uzi actually meant to put the period. Shrey says, I still don't think they cool. Look at the emoji, seems mad sarcastic. Plus Uzi a troll. But Zay comes in hot saying, why would he make SRT with Carti in early 2020 if they wasn't cool? Use your brain, lol, they brothers for life. Damn, he came in with the heat. Dude felt like he had the girth. But I agree with Zay. If they recorded so recently, I think they're cool. But Shrey comes back with it, saying Uzi lied about being in Whole Lotta Red and didn't even promote it either. Use yo brain. Which makes sense. He did lie about being on track 3 and 16. So where is it at, Uzi? But I think what Uzi was doing was similar to the At Meh release, in which Uzi was trying to promote it, helping out Carti, his man, with sales, you know, trolling the Just Meh, I believe, song with Uzi, replacing Carti in the At Meh cover art, if you recall, and then also doing Sasuke, which was like Uzi's version of Whole Lotta Red. And so Uzi saying he was on track 3 and 16, he knew that that would be promoted on all of the blogs and help out Carti with sales. Unfortunately though, which we'll talk about on another video, you know, with Carti being surpassed by Nav and monthly listeners on Spotify, maybe that didn't work out too well. But then Nate makes a good point saying, I mean, most of Carti's friends didn't promote Whole Lotta Red other than Yachty and Lil Keed, which is true, possibly alleviating any of the tension between Uzi and Carti, and that Uzi lied about being on Whole Lotta Red and didn't promote it, but not that did anybody else except for like Yachty and Keed. Even one of Carti's best friends, allegedly, Trippie Redd, didn't promote it too much either, but then he's been on a couple interviews ever since, you know, weeks after, saying that he loves Playboi Carti still. So there is a chance that even though his friends in the industry didn't promote a Whole Lotta Red, they're still cool. Maybe they just trying to get sales for themselves and not sound like they're sucking Carti's. And that's it for today, the Uzi and Carti relationship update, along with Rich the Kid, Kodak, and Lil Yachty, along with JT getting involved somewhat with her, getting smushed around like some goddamn lifesaver gummies. My favorite candy, by the way. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about Carti and Uzi. Are they cool? Are they not? Are they beefing? What's going on? Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it to join the Bob gang if you with it. Peace out, Carti people. You know what I'm saying?